about 148,000 people regularly read Natalie MacLean's wine blog. She's a celebrated wine writer, and she's here just in time to help you with the perfect picks for chocolate, ham and lamb, and for fish.
Exactly.
Oh, really great to have you here, Natalie.
Well, it's great to be here.
You thought that this was so timely because people just don't know what to do in the spring and for Easter. So you brought along some of your favorite suggestions, most of them price point friendly.
Under $20 with a few exceptions, because if you want to celebrate this weekend, we've got some picks there too. But really, there's a range of wines that you can celebrate. If you like bubblies, if you like whites, reds, there's something for everyone this weekend.
And if tomorrow, for your Good Friday sort of your menu, you were looking at fish, you have brought along some. We'll start with the whites, I think.
Sure. Well, we've got a nice zippy Riesling Gewürztraminer blend on the end there from Ontario. Very nice price point, $15. Or you can go with bubbly. We've got one from Italy, the Prosecco. We've got a Cava from Spain, or a sort of a splash celebration champagne. I wouldn't mix any of these with orange juice, by the way, for mimosas on brunch, but you can if you like. But they're going to go really well with fish or quiche or egg dishes, depending on what you're having, either on Good Friday or a Sunday brunch. They're perfect.
And you say some things just do not work with fish. So what are what's the no-fly zone?
Well, red wines tend to clash with fish, and we used to think it was because of the tannins in red wine. But they've discovered recently that red wines that are high in iron content, which comes from the soil where the vines were grown, can break down the unsaturated fat in fish. Unsaturated fat is great, but the iron works against that and gives that fishy taste, and that's often why reds and fish don't work.
So you get the fishy taste and you're not getting full-blown nutritional value either.
Exactly.
You're undermining each other.
Exactly. That's why we say champagne.
Yes. So yes, clearly. I mean,
that doesn't clash with anything,
We kind of might agree that champagne really does work with anything, doesn't it?
On its own.
From potato chips and popcorn to fish.
Exactly.
And you would serve champagne. Would you serve it with lamb? Would you serve it with ham? Would you serve it?
You really can drink champagne or sparkling wine from other regions right through the meal. So you can start with a toast. You can start with a mimosa if that's what you'd like to do for Easter or Mother's Day coming up. But it's the effervescence, the bubbles, and the acidity in these wines that really work well with food.
And why did you choose this Ontario wine in particular? What is the grape?
Oh, it's so pretty and floral. It's a blend of two grapes, Riesling and Gewürztraminer, and it's light and sort of floral nature, good price, but also it works so well with spring dishes. You know how we change our winter wardrobe, get rid of the old woolly sweaters, into lighter clothing? How about lighter wines as well, as we get into asparagus and spring veggies and that sort of thing?
And you've certainly done that with your wardrobe. And that was it. Maybe you were also catering to those of us who end up overwhelmed trying to remember all of the wine, all of the names and all of the creative vineyard names. Fresh is pretty easy to remember.
Fresh, yes, and it looks springy.
And do you have a preference in the Prosecco Cava sparkling department or
depends
champagne?
on, again, who's paying, but these are incredible values. The Prosecco and the Cava from Spain are both under $20. The Louis Roederer, although it's up in the $50, $60 range, it's an extraordinary champagne. Again, a good value, but more expensive. So it depends on, what your budget is, but you can find great toasty, bubbly wines at any price point.
We wanted this to be a great lesson, so we took our time with this part of the counter. We're going to come back and have more with Natalie MacLean after the 12:30 with her other picks. Michael.